What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. I do hope you're doing well. On the screen, you'll see my socials. If you could give those a follow for me, I would really appreciate it. Also, as well, I'll be on all of your podcasting apps as well, so give those a follow if you just want to listen to my dulcet tones rather than see my immaculate aged face, whatever that means. Anyways, let's have a conversation in and around Tafarka's press conference and what he said and kind of the headline notes. So I'm going to go off of the little bits and pieces that that Baron Cross has put on to X, just following on from that. I watched it live, but also as well, just taking the notes from Baron so I don't miss off as much or as little as what I can see onto there. So as kind of like an overview of what I saw on the actual press conference itself, I did feel like he was a little bit low. There was a little bit low energy from him. I think the stress is getting to him a little bit, maybe, potentially. Who knows? But it just kind of felt like it wasn't kind of the same fighting talk as what it was last time in terms of who he brought forwards, what was going on, etc. You know, defending the team, all of that kind of good stuff. Apologies, there is a kitten that's getting involved. You can go down there, Eric. That was getting involved with everything and sort of, you know, really defending the players and everything. He did to a degree, but there wasn't that kind of vim and vigour that went with it as well. What he did say, though, from the very, very start, is that training's gone okay, but there are two players that are going to be missing out for the Man City game. First one being Anton Stack. The concussion protocol means that he can't play. And also as well, the bigger issue is that Longstaff is out as well, but it looks like he could be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a calf injury that he sustained against Villa, which means that Tanaka's going to have to come in, and also Gruev is going to have to come in as well. So I don't know whether or not he's going to stick with the same 4-3-3 formation or if it's going to change slightly. I mean, to me, it potentially hints at the fact that there could be a slight change. He could either go 3-5-2 or he could go back to our original 4-2-3-1 formation that we used to play. I'm not sure. I hope it means that it enforces a bit of a change to some degree, but you know, you've got Ampadu that's walking the tightrope of a suspension as well. So if he gets another yellow card, then that's him out for the game against Chelsea at home, which I will be going to. Jerry, thank you so much for the ticket. I appreciate it. He did say as well that the goal is to finish 17th. I know we all said that finishing 17th would be fine, but just that ambition's a little bit. The goal was to finish 17th. Didn't expect an easy ride. Had to work with limited resources. Challenges in the summer window. Everyone outside expected an easy cruise to 9th or 10th. I did not expect this. Ups and downs happen to every team over 38 games. I'm not sure any of us said that we were expecting to cruise to 9th or 10th. I didn't see that happening anywhere at all. There wasn't something that I was looking at or something that I was thinking about. I said from the start of the season, 17th is what I would rip your hand off of. So it was a bit, like I said, it felt like it was a little bit waffly. And then he goes on again to say, I was aware what happens with such a passionate club. Many doubts during last season. We want to be the first side in 25 years to establish this club in the Premier League. When I judge our games, we are in the top 2 with City for physical output, good fitness levels and mentality, which is great. Doesn't put the points on the system. And Jer made a very interesting point in his latest daily news video that he put out today, that the Athletic had put out a piece with regards to there has been a slight change or shift in the system in the way that we play, which is we were very, very direct for the first few games of the season, and it was playing to our advantage. For some reason, that's changed, and we've tried to be a little bit more passing around. I said that I feel like Farke wants to try and prove that he can play football, and unfortunately this season, it's not about that this season. This season is about surviving and playing to your strengths. The recruitment that we made, as everybody noticed at the start in the summer, was, Big Bastard FC, was about playing long balls, was about it knocking it up to the front man and using their strengths to then bring on the players to cause a bit of damage at the same time as well. Hopefully, should that be right. And to be strong and to be physical. But that's kind of gone out of our game for some reason, and I don't know why. When you're trying to play a system that doesn't wed with the players that you bought over the summer. I don't know if that makes sense. But again, talking about passionateness of the club. We have to add effectiveness and clinical edge. We know. What I work with on the players, improve this over the season. Use January to add a bit more. Improve little details. Using chances. Clinical defending. Fully convinced this group can improve. We all know that it can improve. Our worry is whether or not that it's the right manager to be able to do that. And listen, this is a horrific little section of games coming up, so make no mistake about that. But it's almost like it's kind of like, let's try and just get to January and see what we can do kind of thing. I don't know how I feel about that. But like I said, his whole demeanour throughout it wasn't his usual kind of really positive, chest out, puffing, upbeat, unless I'm reading that kind of wrong. I don't know. He's not focused on himself. I like the outside noise is on me, not the players. They need a leader, not thinking about themselves. I think about how we can stay in this league. So that was in and around to obviously calls with regards to his job. He did make mention to as well that he was directly asked if he had a points tally that he needed to adhere to in this block of games to make sure that his job stays safe, and he said no. So he said that's not happened. So make of that what you will. On the grapevine, that's not what's being said, but we'll have to wait and see. He then went on to say, not that we dwell under pressure, it is more this is again talking about criticism of players. Aronson deals with this in proper way. Had stick since the first day back here. Unfortunately, he was always going to get stick because he was one of the first players out the door when we got relegated. So you have to ride that a little bit. Where are we? There's a back here. Work together, win together, lose together. Never finger point. Although he did do a lot of finger pointing at the end of the Villa game, blaming the left-hand side, Okafor, etc. But we move. So there's a contradiction there that comes in. Does not mean he plays every game. Doubt he will play 3 times 90 minutes next week. So he has hinted at that there will be rotation. Whether or not that actually happens, we don't know. I don't think you can go into a City game. In a 4-3-3 formation, you can't go into that City game with Aronson on the right wing. You just can't. If you play 4-2-3-1, then maybe, yes, you could put him in the number 10 as a combative number 10. We know what his limitations are, so people are going to kill me for even suggesting that one here, which is fine. But there is going to have to be a system change. There just has to be. It then goes on to say, it's not enjoyable at the moment because there's lots of stick. Did not deserve to lose to Villa. The second half performance would disagree with you on that one. Performance really good in many aspects, but if you don't win, it's hard to win in the momentum back. We are competitors, and it is nice to have challenges like this. He means like playing versus Pep. So he's saying that this is what we came into the Premier League for. He said Leverkusen had more than 40% possession. If we go long, loose ball, waste time, 20% possession, we'll crack under the pressure. We need periods to keep the ball. Against City, I hasten to add. We will go long when it suits us. Need a striker to hold the ball. We've got one. If direct is the only plan, we will not stay up. So for me, that's a complete contradiction in terms of what we recruited for in the summer. We all knew what this league was going to be about. It's like he's gone, I don't like this. I want to play this way. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense or not, but see if that makes sense. And then he goes on to say again, if you judge objective data, we were in 6 games the better side, but without points. So the data doesn't matter. The data does not matter. More individual quality means moments like Rodgers on Sunday or a perfect tackle. I said that what we needed in the summer to be competitive. I said I will not complain once about the window. Mate, you have. You've let it out there, not getting, kind of what you particularly wanted. in the summer transfer window in terms of the attacking prowess and all of that kind of good stuff. So he did mention again, it's very difficult. Newly promoted side came up quite a lot. I'll just throw Sunderland into the mix there. They seem to be doing fine. But there was a different... there was a bit of fighting talking there, but there was a different overall tone for me in this press conference. And that's... I don't know. He just seemed a little flatter than what he normally did. I think he's starting to feel the pressure. Keep your eyes out. There will be a preview video coming up tomorrow, I think, with regards to the City game. So keep your eye out for that one. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure that you've got your notifications on, comment, all of that kind of good stuff. Like the video for me as well. That's really important. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of each other. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Thank you for watching as ever, guys. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Cheers.